A few things in life are absolutely certain: death, taxes, the unquestionable expertise of internet commenters, and the fact that if you say something nice about a high-performance car today, they'll be so quick to chime in and let you know that the C8 Corvette is the greatest thing that's ever been made. Now, we complain a lot about this amongst ourselves, but no one else seemed to listen until we met the guys at AutoTempest.
So AutoTempest is a website where you can have all the major car classified sites in one search. In fact, their slogan is all the cars, one search.
And AutoTempest told us to put our money where our mouth is. Use AutoTempest to buy our own cars for less than a C8 Corvette, something exotic and exciting, and then report to swampy Central Florida for a series of challenges.
Why do you say it like that? I live there.
I'm Ed Bolian from VinWiki.
I'm Tyler Hoover of Hoovy's Garage.
I'm Freddie Tavarish Hernandez, and this is Car Trek.
Florida, the land of sunshine, timeshares, and things that can't wait to kill you. Arguably not the best place to start a supercar adventure, but I made sure that I brought the only car that made any sense.
Say hello to my beautiful Ferrari 360 Spyder, a 2002 model, and please forgive the fact that it looks like it's been on an episode of Pimp My Ride, because I was working within a budget here. It was way less than a new Chevrolet Corvette C8. It has only 29,000 miles on the odometer, despite the fact that it's almost 20 years old, and it has a clean Carfax. Now, I know I'm not known as the person to make wise purchase decisions, but really, you can't go wrong with a Ferrari 360 Spyder. It is the best value of an exotic car out there. And when AutoTempest posed this challenge to me, it was the first car that popped in my head. I immediately went searching on AutoTempest to find a car, and this one was on eBay. And it happens to be the cheapest Ferrari 360 Spyder with a clean title in the USA.
I was feeling pretty good until I heard the sound of Ed.
No, he didn't. How? It's beautiful.
Where in the world are we?
Well, a swamp, AKA Freddy's backyard.
Have you been here long enough to become addicted to crystal methamphetamine?
No, but I kind of feel like I'm on crack right now, because how did you get this for less than the C8 Corvette?
Well, a terrific choice you've made here. I love a 360 Spyder.
Thank you.
Gorgeous car and a great value relative to a C8, unless, of course, you can find the world's cheapest Lamborghini Gallardo.
These are over 100 grand for nice ones.
Most of the time, yes, but the greatest thing about AutoTempest is that you can add additional search terms to whatever it is that you're trying to find, such as damaged, or salvage, or even flood.
No.
Haha, yes, feast your eyes upon my passenger seat here, and you'll notice some markings that indicate the previous water level to this fine automobile. But now it is a perfectly good running and driving 2006 Lamborghini Gallardo Spyder with just 12,000 original miles. What do you think Freddie will have brought?
I have no idea. That guy's weird.
Actually, what I bought was the complete opposite of weird.
What do you think?
What is it?
So this is a 2015 Aston Martin V12 Vantage S.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. So
yeah,
at least
this is the good one. This is quite possibly the most beautiful car in the world. It has the 2/3 golden ratio going on everywhere. There's no bad angles on this car.
I'm 90% sure that you cheated. I am 100% sure that you have cheated. Because this is a 5-year-old V12 Vantage, right?
Right.
There's no way it's cheaper than the base price of a C8 Corvette. No way.
What do you mean base price?
Yeah, $59,000.
Correct.
No.
I paid $59,000 for my car.
And mine?
No.
What did you pay for this?
I paid $54,000, way less than a C8 Corvette.
No. So we said C8 Corvette. You didn't say anything about base price. So C8 Corvette, nobody's buying the base model. What they're buying is the upgraded package with the nice seats and the nice aero. This was $69,000, which is exactly what somebody would pay for a C8 Corvette.
You cheated.
The whole
I did not
internet
cheat.
thinks that a C8 is 59 grand.
Right.
We were not alone in this assumption.
Did you get a manual?
I did.
That's why he's definitely cheated. I don't believe him at this $59,000.
How did you get
No
a
way.
Hold
Okay.
on. Does it have a clean title?
No, it doesn't have a clean title.
Okay, there we go.
Look at the seat.
Okay, now all is well with the world.
Take a peek at the seat.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep. That wasn't because Tyler got too excited
Oh.
riding in it.
That waterline was pretty high then.
You know.
Okay.
I'd like to think it was lower on one end.
It was pretty obvious that we would not agree on who made the best car purchase. So what we decided to do was take our keys, put them in the ignition, and do the one thing these cars are born to do.
It is a beautiful day in Central Florida, and I am driving my gated manual 2006 Lamborghini Gallardo Spyder. What could honestly be any better than this? Now, the Lamborghini Gallardo is generally heralded as the best entry-level exotic or sports car supercar because, quite honestly, they tend to be pretty much bulletproof. Now, when Audi bought Lamborghini in 1998, their influence wasn't really made manifest until the Gallardo came out for model year 2004 in the United States, model year 2003 rest of the world. And in 2006, they removed the roof. And so now we have the Gallardo Spyder. Sports cars should be manual. This car is manual. And the greatest thing about all of this is that I'm not driving one of their cars with a flappy paddle gearbox. I love the sound of the shifter. Maybe it's not as fast, maybe it's not as track worthy or whatever, but goodness gracious, there is nothing like it.
Now, when the 360 came out, everybody loved it. They praised the performance, the engine, the looks, everything except for one person, one very important person, and that was Jeremy Clarkson. He really didn't like the way it looked. He said this bigger car that was more practical, it wasn't a Ferrari. They shouldn't be comfortable and practical. And the power to weight ratio was the same as the old 355. But he saved most of his criticism, most of his hate for this, the automated manual transmission, the F1 transmission, or as he called it and coined the phrase, a flappy paddle gearbox. As much as I love a gated manual transmission that I can row myself, this makes sense. This is the first of the modern age, but unfortunately, they do have a tendency to eat clutches very quickly at $5,000 or $10,000 a pop. And I'm sure Ed and Freddie are making the same argument, but they cheated. They cheated. I didn't cheat. This is easy to find, well below the budget of a new Corvette, and it offers just as much fun, if not more.
Oh boy, this is what I'm talking about. This is an Aston Martin V12 Vantage S. I love this car. This is not just my favorite car, but my favorite shape of anything. I love the original Vantage. I think they got it right the first time, and the V12 is a little bit more muscular, a little bit more aggressive, and it makes just the best noise. Oh. So a lot of people consider this transmission to be the first years of new technology, which is usually not as good as the last years of old technology. I think that's sort of reversed because this is actually the best single clutch automated manual on the market. It is actually very responsive. And there's a little trick. You hit the sport button and it makes the gear shifts a lot crisper and it makes the car sound it makes it a lot snappier. Ed and Tyler, they bought the wrong car. They bought the wrong car. I love this thing.
And while we all spent the morning loving our cars, my Lamborghini decided to do something completely out of character for an Italian supercar. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Come on. I got absolutely nothing. Darn it. All right, guys, we got to pull over. Shoot. Tyler, pull in behind me. I got nothing. Car's dead. Car's dead. No, car's dead. Shoot. It was like the clutch was slipping, but the clutch is quite honestly brand new. And
This has
oh, that needs to come out. Yes, it just clips. Yes.
Some wrench everyday action.
There should be a.
So there's a Torx. I has it.
Oh, okay.
So really, you can't buy a Lamborghini Guyardo for less than a C8 Corvette that's
Apparently-
actually worth
apparently
buying.
Well, here's the thing. It might be out of gas. Like, it might actually be out of gas.
Okay.
Because you said it was 3/8. Well, let's see where it is.
Yeah, it's just under a half tank. And I feel like it has the gas.
It could be out of gas.
Because
Wait, hold on.
yeah, that's the fuel pump.
Fuel pumps are going. I think it might be out of gas. You're out of gas.
Okay, well,
Yeah. So a little less than half a tank is empty for you.
yeah.
Gas station's right there.
Yeah.
I'm helping.
Hey, how are you? It ran out of gas. Pass everything except the gas station.
It's probably just the gas cap.
Yeah, you know, they put those on really loose from the factory.
There is something I haven't told you, gentlemen.
Okay.
And it is that occasionally Lamborghini Gallardos will refuse to accept gasoline.
They use it a lot.
They do, but it's putting it in that's challenging. So obviously the filler neck is quite short, and then there's 2 saddle tanks. And if you make it go in with any kind of velocity, it usually will take a couple of gallons. Oh, that happens.
Oh.
Whoa! So as slowly as you can put it in, like less than that. Like you need to watch the hundredths of a gallon.
Oh boy, this is
this
is like properly dangerous.
It honestly takes about 30 minutes to put a tank of gasoline in this car. A very long while later, my car was full of fuel, and I even employed some fire safety measures that would have been approved by Valentino Balboni and the entire Lamborghini factory. Probably. Sorry about that, gentlemen. Thank you for the push. I suppose my car's not quite as trustworthy as we all thought it would be.
It's a bit of an understatement, don't you think?
I guess.
I appreciate the exercise, but clearly we cannot trust your fuel gauge at all.
Oh, hold on. Ding, ding. I got a text from the AutoTempest.
Very good.
All right. All of you have bought the wrong cars.
No.
A modern-day supercar must be all things to all people. They're no longer the fragile, fire-prone prima donnas of the past. Nowadays, they must be fast, good-looking, comfortable, convenient, and reliable. To show that you should have bought a C8, you're going to take your cars on a series of tests designed to expose your aging hoopty's many flaws.
That's you. You just have a hoopty.
Each test is pass or fail. The man with the most passed test will get to keep his car, and the losers will have to list them for sale on AutoTempest.
I like my car.
I'm not selling mine.
I don't want to sell mine.
Your first test begins now. You'll take your cars to a professional exotic car mechanic to do the pre-purchase inspection you should have done on your cars before you bought them. A repair estimate will be generated. Passing will be any estimate below $5,000.
Five grand is a lot. My car is basically perfect.
I don't have a prayer.
I'm so toast. So toast.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Woo!
To perform our post-purchase inspections, we were led to an old hangar in the middle of nowhere, and despite our reservations, everyone felt good about their car's health. Well, maybe not everyone. It's kind of behaving itself,
Okay.
more or less, mostly less.
Okay. I know this place.
Looky here.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Hello.
pretty
boy.
things. I wonder if they work better than mine.
Hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
you're the guys from AutoTempest?
That's us, Tyler. Yeah.
Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So, who's up first?
1, 2, 3, not it.
Not it, not it.
Yes, that's me.
Absolutely.
First victim.
2002 Ferrari 360.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be bad.
First thing we noticed was the grease boot on the tie rod end there, the upper end there.
Oh, yeah.
It's torn, so it's leaking grease. Whatever was left in it is probably gone by now.
I
And
see.
same with the lower ball joint. It's not an uncommon thing, but it's a 360 thing. So you change those out in time. When we check the wheels for play, there's none in it right now, so that's a good thing, but
Okay.
it's coming. Very
We do
good.
have a little mystery.
Oh, yes, we do, don't
We
we?
dropped the pan. We've got a bolt.
Oh, boy, that's fun. Belt service looks like it was recent. They look great.
Yes, last week.
Very good. The motor mounts look awesome. Usually they're falling out of the cars. That's a 360 things, but yours look like they were changed. Well done. Some minor cam cover oil leaks. Not the end of the world.
Okay.
Just minor. The driver, you can do that. Yeah, you can see a little bit more up in here.
Oh, yeah, it's a pretty decent leak.
There's a minor, and I mean minor, a F1 fluid leak on one of the lines there. You just kind of give a little bit of love and it'll be okay.
I'll just tighten it up.
Yeah, just a little bit of love and you'll be all right. It's not pouring or anything, which is a good sign.
Excellent.
So yeah, excellent it is. She's in very nice shape.
That's totally unexpected, but
Hey,
next is the computer
it's
part.
early yet. We still have to check the computer.
Right, the clutch and all that. Should be fine.
No, I think all in all, you've got a nice car so far.
All right, thank you.
Very good, very good.
Well, so far nothing serious,
No, just little stuff, which is good.
but there is one thing that I know is going to be expensive. Let me show you this top, all right?
Deal.
Oh boy. Sounds nice, huh?
It's a great sound. Okay.
It's a little temperamental. And worn. Go. So you see that side over there is quite nasty.
Oh, well, yes it is. Yeah, it's had its better day.
Right.
That's, wow.
Okay, moment of truth. Clutch wear, if it's worn and you need to replace it, is very, very expensive on these cars. So hopefully not, because I'm already facing a top. So how are we looking? Any faults? How's the clutch?
So far, so good. You've got no fault. It's awesome. That's a good thing.
Good.
Clutch wear looks very good. It's 41% worn, okay, which means give or take you have roughly 50% left.
So it starts acting up around 20% or below, or?
Yeah, about when you're around 75% wear, that's when the car will start missing shifts or the clutch will slip or start acting or misbehaving.
Okay.
And a lot of warning lights and things. So, but yeah, you're to the good for that. So that's a good thing.
Nice. Okay. Well, not too big of a list.
No,
the top's
no.
going to be kind of an estimate,
Yes,
but
sir.
you'll let me know.
I will, sir. Absolutely.
You've got a few other cars to inspect, though.
Oh my God.
They're going to be a lot worse. I already know. I already know.
Next on the list was the Aston Martin, a car that 00 cheater Freddie swore all day was absolutely perfect.
Okay. Well, fortunately, we don't see anything as far as leaks go right now. With really anything insanely obvious, but there's a little something there. But that's the motor mount. There it is. See the fluid leaking right there?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
So the motor mount leaked out.
A little bit, yeah. So
Interesting. Yes.
Some interesting fluid.
There's some fluid?
A little bit. I don't know what that may be.
Okay. There may be some not stock components up here. Maybe. See, what's great about buying an old exotic car is you get to do stuff like this before taking it on a trip. And let's just call them bonus experiences. This is really what it's all about, you know? Who needs a warranty with cars like this when you can just use your own equipment? I mean, instead of being clean and enjoying yourself, this works as well. There's a lot of bolts here. There's some clutch fluid that just leaked out because I guess there was just too much. This car just, you know, sometimes you got too much fluid in cars, and they just let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't have anything to do with the fact that we had to replace 2 ruptured lines.
Okay.
It's a good looking engine, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay.
Absolutely gorgeous, actually. A nice piece of artwork.
Do you like the amount of Armorall that went onto this engine? Because I did not do that. Everything is greasy. Everything's super greasy.
Well, the detailer went a little crazy, I would assume. But,
So it does have a noisy power steering pump.
yeah, we'll check the fluid level.
Okay.
And the fluid level is, yeah, that's full.
Okay, so it's not low on fluid.
No.
Oh boy.
Maybe just a noisy pump. I'm not sure how
Okay.
that.
So that would need to come
We'll have to
out.
address that and see what's going on with that, of course.
So this has had 32,000 miles, and I don't think the spark plugs have ever been changed. So
That does have to be done on these, of course.
yeah.
And it's kind of a major operation. The upper intakes have to come off to get to them. It's a lot going on.
None of this looks cheap.
Unfortunately, no. All joking around aside, no. It's an Aston Martin. It's
Okay.
labor intensive.
So one thing that I've noticed, and I'm being very completely honest with you, when I drive this car, specifically when I drive it hard, I have a clutch smell coming into the car. It's not super apparent, but I do smell it.
It's coming.
Okay.
That generally means it's coming. So
So how much does a clutch cost? Clutch job?
probably anywhere from 75, 8,000 on up, depending on what you need. It's,
$8,000. Okay.
yeah, give or take. You know, sometimes you get lucky on price on parts, but
Okay.
they're expensive.
So let me get this. This car, which is perfect, okay, perfect, 100%, needs a power steering pump, needs a motor mount, needs possibly the clutch, which means the transmission has to come out, and the torque tube and all of that. New tires.
Correct.
I mean, other than that,
Other than that, she's a cream
good
puff.
to go.
She's a cream puff.
She's perfect.
She's perfect.
Okay, I am not looking forward to that estimate. It doesn't have any check engine lights. I mean, we can put it on the computer, but your computer can't read Aston Martin clutches or anything, right?
No, unfortunately, not right now. No.
Okay, I think that's enough.
Yeah.
I'm scared enough.
you have enough to go with already, so.
Okay, all right. Oh boy.
And then it was the turn of Ed Aquaman Bolian, who, at this point, was as surprised as we all were that his car made it this far.
All right, so I just did tires, so I know those are good. We did notice some slight bends in the rear, which I do notice is a very strong vibration right around 80 miles per hour.
Does it go away the faster you go?
It does. It
Go
does.
faster.
That's that's the approach I've taken.
Okay.
And you will find a good bit of mud under here.
Very interesting. Yeah, there is a lot of corrosion up there. Look at that, a lot of mud, things. Wow. Awesome.
Don't take your Lamborghini swimming,
No.
as it turns out.
Uh-oh. What do we got here? Holy cow.
That's actively dripping.
Yes, it is.
Oof. It's filthy. Is it oil? We did just change the oil.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all caked up.
Wow.
Here.
Yeah, you can see stuff leaking here.
How many miles would you guess were on this car from its state of
Underneath it looks like 80 to 100, but the odometer shows the opposite, of course.
Yeah, it was a hard 13,000 miles.
The poor car.
All right, so this is the 4th bottle of water going in. So it's taking on water just about as fast as it takes on gasoline. So when you're trying to fuel it up, it will click off after about every 0.2 of a gallon. So it takes about, there we go. We're up.
Good. Okay.
It takes about 30 minutes to fill a tank of gas.
Maybe the canister could be saturated or just.
Well, yes, they are known for that, but I replaced it before we came. So that was an additional part that I had to find. Unfortunately, they're on infinite back order from the factory, so we just had to do one of those. But we did check, and the fuel pump fuses are good, but the guess is that since we had a half a tank on the gauge that perhaps one of the sending units isn't reporting. Hopefully that does not mean that the assembly is just going bad, which would involve the other fuel pump.
Yeah.
But you can see that the water line came up pretty high here. There's a lot of mud.
There's a lot of mud here too.
A lot of mud, but it did not get to the control modules.
Okay.
So perhaps you can tell me what they have to say about the check engine lights on the dash.
Oh, absolutely. Once we scan, we'll see if they're alive and kicking and go from there.
Fingers crossed.
All right.
How about them check engine lights?
Here we go. You have an EVAP emission control system pressure sensor malfunction. I think that has to do with your fueling issue potentially. So.
And I've got a secondary evap fault, I see.
Yep. Secondary air injection system, insufficient flow. It could be a valve is stuck, closed. It could be there's no vacuum getting to the valve to let air flow.
So nothing wildly alarming there.
No,
These check
no.
engine lights are probably not going to put me on the side of the road
Probably
as long
not.
as I don't run out of gas.
Probably not. That does concern me. It's like the gauge, the fuel level, either, you know, is it a module
I mean,
or is it the pump itself?
admittedly, the
Yeah.
pump itself seems like, because we know we had to do one, and
That's
the
a
other
likely-
one we didn't get to, so.
That's a likely suspect.
Yeah, all right, another one.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you, sir.
Oh, my pleasure. Let's,
a bit humbled.
No, let's round everything up. Let's get all the guys together, and we'll meet you in the office for the magic estimate.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's nice.
For you, sir.
Thank you.
For you, sir.
Thank you.
For you, sir.
You can keep that. I don't need this.
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for being gentle.
Thank you.
All right.
Look.
Oh, he was not gentle. Okay. All right. Everybody, say your your repair cost at the same time. 1, 2, 3. $13,650.
$13,000?
Yeah, it's 13 grand to get that car whole again. Isn't it nice? I thought the car was perfect.
Oh, yeah, I've heard you say perfect a lot.
It's
and that
still
isn't-
perfect. It's just less than it's less than.
What's the
perfect.
big one's your clutch?
Yeah. So that's the clutch. That's probably going to need to get done $6,000.
Jeez.
So yeah.
Ed, you're low.
I'm $8,000.
Yeah.
Wait. No.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
it's a lot of little things, but
Okay.
I mean, no, it's an Audi underneath.
There's no way.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm only at $2,600 technically for mechanical items.
On what possible technicality?
Well, it's technical because they're mechanical issues, but the $8,000 top is my big problem. The canvas
Okay,
is
so
done.
technically, if I didn't have any of this stuff on the list, I would be at 0. So technically, I won.
And technically, if there were no flood in April of last year in Santa Monica, I won.
But then it would be $100,000. So how much did you spend on your car fixing it before it came here?
We needn't speak about that.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
How much?
Come on.
$12,500.
$1,500. So how much are you into this thing with repairs, with everything else? That's
60 plus 8 plus about 80.
$80,000.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a good amount of money to spend on a car.
And you were way over on the budget, and now you
I
have a
was
lot of
perfectly
repairs.
fine in the budget. You never. I'm at 82.5.
So your total investment. So, but since I only bought the car for $54,000 and then spent $2,300 on the timing belt, I'm at $66,900 into this car.
A very
All right,
modestly
all sorted out.
equipped
Okay.
C8 Corvette.
Yeah, I'm the only one still under a C8 Corvette money-wise. Well, at least my clutch is over 50%, unlike yours, which is dead.
The car still runs, so let's just leave it at that.
Well, I can tell you how much of this my car is going to get. A few more bottles of water to top the coolant reservoir off, and forget about it.
Guys, I just got another AutoTempest text.
Do tell.
It says, now that you know exactly how trash your old exotics are, you're going to do something that you must do if you're out of warranty and broke. You're going to work on your cars yourselves. This would be no problem for a Corvette owner, so you have to prove wrong the stereotype that supercars like the ones you have are hard to fix in your garage. Your next challenge is to save some money and fix an item on the repair bill you just got on your own. You have until midnight.
I am an awful mechanic, but I
Not
can
as
turn
bad
a
as
wrench.
me.
You don't turn wrenches.
I don't know which side of them you do turn.
So
This is going to be fun. Let's go to my shop.
Flood Gallardo owners of the world will soon embrace the Edge Shield. Of course, the go-to-market version will probably be a little bit better fitting, but I believe I have solved my problem. And so now I am off to check on Good Tyler's progress. Done.